All right, I'm starting early. I was just sitting here trying to make sure I was all caught up. And I'm not using my regular setup, my new fancy setup, because something about it wasn't working. And my husband has to help me with it, but he's not home right now. So I decided I'll just get started now. I'm not sure if my internet's working okay or not. So we'll see how it goes. But like I said, just double checking all the things, making sure it works. Woohoo! Okay, good. It's working. Anyway, hi everybody. I'm so glad to be here live again. It's been a little while. Anyway, okay, so what are we doing? We're looking at some Erin Condren stuff. I'm sure you've seen some of the videos that have already floated around, and there's like a million pictures on Instagram, but I'm not going to put pictures on Instagram because if you didn't see my meltdown on Instagram, I'm feeling a certain kind of way about Instagram right now, and that is not something I am in the mood to fuck with. So instead, I am going live because what else do I do when I want to look at new things and give my honest opinions? And I've got a whole bunch of them. So some of these are from the seasonal surprise box. If you haven't had it yet and you don't want to get spoiled, they're probably going to be in the first round of things. I don't know exactly what's from the seasonal surprise box. I know that some of them are from it. I haven't gotten mine yet. Mine gets here on Friday. So some of these are from the seasonal surprise box, but then the rest of them are new. So we'll tear through them. I'm pretty sure I know which ones are from the seasonal surprise box. For example, and also, I should also add, almost all of these are new and will not be available on the website until Thursday. Some of them will be available this Thursday. Some of them will be available next Thursday. So anyway, yeah, so I've got some information here on prices and all that. Anyway, and some of these may have already been available in store, but I can't control that. Anyway, so, all right, so the first thing is this ruler. Pretty sure this is in the seasonal surprise box, and guys, okay, I'm also going to say, this is not me looking at these for the first time. I actually dug through this box already, so I know what's in here. I'm not going to be shocked by anything that's in here, but what's the point of, okay. This is really sharp. This is substantial. Like it's heavy duty, and it's like you could like stab yourself with it. I think this would be excellent for cutting washi tape or tearing stickers as a sharp edge. And I appreciate that it's got inches and centimeters. But you guys know how devoted I am to the greatest ruler in the world. And this, like, size matters to me. So, yeah. Purse weapon. There you go. Am I sick? I have allergies. I have so many allergies right now. So many. Ooh, I saw another question too. Hold on. What was the other question? Isabel asked, do you prefer stickers than writing because it's quicker? Do you doodle your words like your tasks because it's therapeutic? Yeah, both. I like stickers too. I think they're pretty and I'm lazy. But yes, it is very therapeutic. All right. So this is the ruler that I got out is from Michael's. It's a like $3 or $4 drafting ruler you get in the drafting section. I have two of them because I love it so much. I think the only thing I have like loved harder on my channel besides that ruler is my Artist Loft palette knife, also from Michael's, used to cut washi tape. So, okay, this ruler. So, this would be a good like little purse weapon, and it's probably great for little washi cutting. How much is this thing worth? According, $8. You know what this is? This makes me think of something you could buy at World Market. How long is it? 6 inches long, plus a little bit of change for the little flowery thing on the end. $8 American. Okay. Would this be good for a ruler and a bujo? Actually, that would be worth, because look at this. It is the perfect length for a like standard A5 bullet journal spread. So it's good for that. So it's not completely useless, but it is also a little dweeby. So, okay, we'll set that to the side for now. We'll set the ruler to the side for now. No, I would never expect that, Jennifer. Just wait till tomorrow's video. All right. Then there's this, which I think they've had these covers before. Unless I'm wrong, I feel like I've seen a cover like. If I haven't, I love this cover. I love this. This is gonna go on my planner for October. Like, this is a happy Halloween cover, and I love Halloween. And it's not culturally appropriative. So yeah, it's an awesome Halloween cover. I'm good for that. Oh wait, what's the inside look like? What's my favorite Bujo? Right now I'm loving the Archer and Olive one. I miss the original Scribbles That Matter paper, but I heard that they might be offering that again, but I don't know if it's going to be in a format I like. So here's the inside of the cover. I'm going to use this cover. And next month, I'm going to use the all black Scribble Archer and Olive for October as an experiment. Okay, so that's the cover. Next, desk accessories. And after the last live video where I showed what they sent, this is a handy little kit. How much is this? Before I get, okay, 12 bucks. I feel like that's not as outrageously priced. It's a lot of little desk accessories, but I've seen kits like this at Target, and they're usually like $9. So considering, you know, the Erin Condren markup on everything, 12 bucks is not bad for this little kit. Jesse told me he would use this. Maybe not these colors, but he would use this kit at work because it's got small paper clips, big paper clips, little binder clips, the round push pins, and then the thumbtack looking tacks, and then some rubber bands. And so he said he would use this. And I could think of a couple people I would gift this to. I probably wouldn't use all of these things, and I have plenty of them already. The rubber bands actually might come in handy. And it's a cute little pack. This feels to me very gifty. You know? And that's the thing, Danielle and Rachel, you both talked about the colors. Like, if you like these colors, then this is going to be totally a thing for you. If you don't like the colors, then you're probably going to be like, oh, I wish they came out with something cuter. They didn't list any other accessory sets in different colors. I think something like this would be really adorable in like black, white, and gold. But yeah, it does look like a Target set. This would be good for teachers. So yeah. Oh, was this in the seasonal surprise box? See, I have no fucking idea. All right. Now, before we get to all the Petite planners, I called this in the title, the Air Accordion. You guys have seen this floating around because ever since I got this, I have been pretending to be Weird Al, playing the accordion. La 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 la. Like, alone, I love this to play with. This is, or it could be like a hanging lantern, but this makes me so happy. Okay. This thing, this is the on-the-go organization starts, you know, that's just the name. Okay, accordion zipper pouch. I have seen so many mixed comments on this. Some people are like, fuck yeah. Other people are like, what in the actual fuck? Aside from the accordion response, which for me is like an epic plus for this because I think this is a lot of fun. I haven't met Weird Al, but I've seen Weird Al. I don't know how it is on the go. I could take this out to the store and start playing it like an accordion for me. Like, but this is just, like, this is fun. Yeah, and that's exactly it, Madi. I want to use this for, the first thing I thought of when I saw this is cash envelopes. Because Jesse and I are going to start we're going to try the budget by paycheck system out. And there's six zipper pouches, and I thought this would work really well for cash envelopes to still keep the footprint of it at pretty small. I've seen people fill this with like fucking pens and shit, and it's like this big, and I'm sorry, but I don't carry enough shit with me to bring something like this somewhere. If that's your thing, if you go somewhere and you want to bring like a whole metric ass ton of washi tape, and then pens, and then sticky something, and then some other something, and then your gold ruler weapon. Like, you could do that with this, but that means it would be this big when it was full. And like, to me, this is too big. This is not something I would fill. I saw somebody else mention using this for makeup for traveling. I could totally see that, but I don't bring this much makeup with me. So like, for me, it's just that's not useful. But for cash envelopes, especially keeping it small like this, like keeping it thin, because I would imagine it wouldn't be super fat because I wouldn't be loading it up with like dollar bills, y'all. I might if I was going to a strip club, but I don't generally do that. So I would imagine it would stay pretty slim, and this would even fit in like my regular purse, not just like the tote. Does that make sense? And I can't take credit. I saw Madi talk about this for cash envelopes somewhere on the internet, not in this stream, but like when this first got announced, I saw Madi, I think it was Madi who said that, and I saw somebody else mention it too. And I think for cash envelopes, this could be really useful. Now let's look at the construction of this thing. It feels like windbreaker material. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like those like nylon jackets, like when you're a cheerleader or something and you wear them. It's a little thicker. It's not as thin as windbreaker material. It's thicker than that, but it is definitely like a plasticky nylon feeling. It's not, yeah, like the stuff that makes your legs like swoosh when you walk. Coupons if you're a couponer, yes, that kind of thing. You know, receipts. I think it is waterproof. Maybe I should should I pour some water on it? Let's find out. Am I gonna fucking ruin this? I've got my water bottle. I told you guys, I like doing lives for this. Okay, hold on. Let me get, not that. How about not my big water bottle for drinking? Where's my spray bottle? Hold on. Hold, please. All right. So, we have two separate water experiments we're gonna run here. Are you ready? First, if it was like a light drizzle, I'll spray it. And then if it was like heavy rain, I'm gonna drip. Here we go. But I'm gonna spread this towel out. This is just one of my like paint catching towels, so I don't completely get it all over everything. All right, here we go. You ready for find out some waterproofness? Spray. Okay, the water is beating up on the outside. Can you see that? It's beating up. Now, I get a piece of paper or something to stick inside there, like a Post-it note. Okay, here we go. And because it feels dry. I can't tell if I got a little bit of water on there sticking it in or not. Hold on. Hold, please. Let's try this again. Okay, it did leak, I think. Where did it leak, though? I feel like a little bit of water seeped through. I can't tell where, though. I feel like it leaked. It might have been around the sewing of the handle. I feel like that's where the water leaked through. So I would imagine the material is waterproof, but where the stitches are, the water came through. All right? This could turn into a ShamWow commercial. Now it's not the zipper. It's like here where like these stitches are. That's where the water came through. Anywhere that like the stitches like poked the material is where the water came through. But the material itself is dry on the inside. Yeah, I wouldn't throw this in the pool. And I'm not going to dip the other water on it because I don't think I need to. Okay, hold on. Let's keep going. So this thing, by the way, this thing is actually not as expensive as you would think. This is only $14, which is still, okay, $14 is not inexpensive. But to be perfectly honest with you, when I saw this thing, my first thought was it was going to be like $30 or like $25. So I was surprised by $14. Okay, so maybe that's where my reaction is coming from. Anyway, so yeah, I would not, this thing is all moist now. Okay. So it's There's 6 pouches. The zippers are super gold, like they're Liberace gold. They seem to be like, I wouldn't say they're like masterful quality zippers, but they don't seem to suck. They don't catch on anything. They're very gold. They're like the yellowiest of yellow gold. But they all seem to zip okay without any like problems. So, and there's really nothing for them to catch on except for at the very end right here where there's the seam. So I feel like they would last for a while, even if they're not like the super highest quality zipper in the world. I feel like they would last for a while just because there's not really, they're not made in such, you know how sometimes when you zip something and like the fabric gets caught in and jinks everything up, these just aren't made in a way where that feels like it's gonna happen. Like you'd have to do some like fucking acrobatics with this shit to make it catch like that. The gold glitter is, it feels like mesh. EC reasonable. Okay. It's inexpensive. You bought 2 and you're cheap. And then the stitching is a little, it's not like completely as tight as it could be, but it seems like, unless you're like, again, like, okay, let's put this a different way. I don't think that the stitching is gonna be a problem if you put like cash or receipts in here. If you fill this thing with fucking planner supplies, I feel like this thing's shelf life isn't gonna be very long because I don't think it is quite sturdy enough to last through a lot of hossing it around with 14 pounds of planner shit in it. But for the way I'm gonna use it, for receipts or for cash, and like Madi said, I may order a second one of these to have one for receipts and one for cash envelopes, like one for business receipts and one for just our family cash envelopes. I feel like this is actually perfect for that for me. But I can't talk too much about the gold. My nail matches it. But if you filled this with a bunch of heavy shit, I don't know how long it would last. I'm not going to rip it. I want to use it. Would it fit in a B6 Traveler's? Let's compare this. Okay, so here is, I have my A5. Here is the, well, I guess I'll show you. I have the Erin Condren. Isn't this like an A5 size? I got the navy one, by the way, which is a really pretty color. I think it's called Sapphire. There's nothing new about it. The elastics are the same. The hardware is gold. There's no pockets or anything. It's the exact same as the other ones, but it's a really pretty color. But this thing goes right inside of this size, whatever the fuck, I don't know sizes, you guys. So whatever the fuck size this is, this fits. How many pens fit in a pouch and do Tombow fit? Okay. The Dancer's Outlet from Solid Gold. Let's see here. I've got a Tombow out. Tombows fit, but they are like exactly the length of the pouch. So they'll fit. They do fit. Let's see. Let's grab a bunch of pens. Here, let me get my bucket of pens. Let's see how many pens. This bucket has almost all of my Erin Condren dual tip markers. I will have an updated office tour soon, but this is how I'm organizing my shit now. So let's just start shoving pens in here. Let's see how many pens we can fit. Okay, there's one. All right, that's all of my Erin Condren. That's all of my Erin Condren dual tip pens. I need more pens. Okay, hold on. Here's all of my Tombow twin tones. If I wreck this thing and I can't use it for my cash envelopes, I'm going to be so sad. Okay, there's all my Tombow twin tones. So all of my Tombow twin tones, which are basically 2 sets, so it's 20 pens. I don't know, 30 pens, some amount of pens. There's a lot of pens in there. All right, here we go. What's going to go in here? What do I have? Oh, how about some wet erase markers and highlighters and other markers? Okay, I think I might have overdone this one. I think that Expo one has to... Okay, there we go. One Expo too many. Okay, what's going to go in this one? We have some Expo markers and some other markers. I'm not going to mix boxes, though, because I just reorganized all this shit. And these, and we'll put a pencil sharpener, and how about a staple remover? And a really big clip, and there's another highlighter. Okay. And then this last pouch, we're going to put my stapler in here. And my... Whoa, that was my computer. Oh, shit. Let's not break everything in my tape dispenser. Let's see what else. Okay, that won't zip. Maybe if I put my tape dispenser in first. Okay, that doesn't work either. Okay, so officially the tape dispenser and the stapler can't fit in one pouch together. What else? How about my other pencil sharpener? How about my electric pencil sharpener? There we go. Here you go. This will fit in my purse, won't it? Now I can't play it like an accordion. RJ is not home. He is at Dad's house. Weigh it. Okay, where's my... Oh, fuck. Where is my scale? Hold on. I don't know what I did with my kitchen scale, so I can't weigh it. But it's pretty hefty. It weighs at least as much as, maybe around as much as Loki, it feels like. That's probably not right. I'm terrible at estimating weight. Okay. Okay. Well, now you guys have an idea of what fits in here. Now I have to take everything out. What else could fit in there? Let's see. How about my camera and my hard drive? Don't break my camera, though. I'll be so sad. And my external hard drive. And my earbuds. And maybe my other earbuds. What else could fit? What else do I have on my desk? What do I have on my desk that could fit in here? Ooh, I know. How about... How many Sharpies? That's a good measurement. How many... I'm going to just make you guys all laugh so much at me right now. How many extra fine Sharpies could fit in one of these satchels? Extra fine Sharpies. Does my cell... I don't know if my cell phone fits. I'm streaming with it right now. Okay, it's full of Sharpies. Let's guess. Let's find out how many... These are the extra fine ones. They're my favorite ones. Okay. Let's find out how many extra fine Sharpies fit in one of these pouches. All right, here we go. Oh, shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34 extra fine Sharpies fit in one pouch. Since there's 6 pouches. Oh, wait, 35. Sorry, I missed one. 35 extra fine Sharpies. So that means that, and yes, Madi's right. The reason I have all of these is because they're discontinued, and a bunch of people in one of my Wild 30s ordered them for me when there was a Groupon so that I would never run out of my favorite Sharpie. And as you can see, I'm still working my way through that pile. So if 35 fit in one pouch, then you could technically fit 70, 210 extra fine Sharpies in this entire thing. Ellie won. Ellie, you won. Yay! Okay, I don't have a... You win. What do you win? You can win this gold ruler. All right, let me put these away. The extra fine Sharpies are discontinued. They have the ultra fine Sharpies still, but the extra fine are one of my favorite lettering pens. Okay, anyway, so now that we have thoroughly tested this thing, like I said, I've told you how I'm planning on using it. Receipts, cash money, that sort of thing. I think this is fantastic for that. I feel like for pens, I could see people get down with this if that was their thing. This is so not my thing. I don't bring this much. I don't even remember to bring my planner with me half the time when I go to planner meetups. So like, let alone 85, 210 Sharpies. Oh my God, I'm making a mess. Everything was organized and now it's not. Now it's sad. Sad, sad, sad. Oh, balls. Go back in. There you go. That's what I get for taking things out. Oh, yes, I am in a better mood, Joanna. I am not quite having an existential crisis anymore. On the same note, I have cramps like a bitch today, so I'm also a little frantic when Jesse gets home. I was going to try and go see It Chapter 2 tonight, but I don't know if I feel like facing the world today. You know that feeling? Like, I mean, I've been at home working. I don't know if I feel like going to the movies. Jesse's friend is going to see it tonight too, and I mean, I love them. They're awesome, but I don't know if I want to see people. All right. Now, before we move on from this, missed opportunity not making, like if the pouches were Velcroed together, that would be, was that you, Loki? What was that? Something spooky just happened. If these were like Velcro or something, that would be awesome. Yeah. This is the only color thing that I've seen on the list. She sent a list of stuff and there's no other options. And for like things like the folios, there are other color options that are not what I got sent. Okay, here we go. One more time. Okay, I'm done now. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Your husband was like, she doesn't have to deal with it. That's awesome. All right. Traveler's Notebook. Yeah, sorry, the Folio. Will Gorby fit in them? Oh, maybe for the live plan with me this week. Okay, so this is the new Folio. And like some of you have said, the elastics are a little bit different, but I don't use the Folio. I might give this to Katie. I can give you guys an update. I haven't given you an update on Katie's school planning. The academic planner that Katie got last year, Katie loved it, but it was too big. So Katie has actually been using the daily Petite planner because I had a couple of them from when I got sent them or whatever, and I hadn't gotten rid of them. And Katie actually loves that. It's perfect size for the high school desk, and whipping it out and writing down the homework and then putting it back in the bag and not adding too much bulk to the bag. So I may offer this to Katie, but I don't know if Katie's going to want to use more than just the one little book. So I may wind up putting this in some other kind of giveaway because I don't really use these. But yeah, your next plan with me should be to pick something randomly from the accordion pouches. That's a good idea. It won't be this one because I actually need to use my planner that week, but that's a good one. Yes, a Folio. So the navy is really pretty, but just not my thing. So I'll ask Katie if Katie wants it, but if Katie doesn't want it, then I'll probably give it away to one of you guys at some point. Okay, now there's one more thing, and then we'll move on to the Petite planners, which I will tell you right now, for somebody who doesn't really use them, I actually am super in love with a couple of these. This thing, this thing. Was this in the seasonal surprise box? Like, it's very fuzzy. It's like velvet, like velvet. Emily, that was exactly what I thought when I saw it. I was like, this is a certain kind of shape. Okay. All right. In burgundy. So this is gray. And then they also have a sapphire one available, which is that same navy that I just showed you. That's what they call that color, sapphire, but I like the gray. I know it's like for your planner. It's like a planny pouch. It's a planny pouch, but it's small, like a pencil planny pouch, but I'd lose this. So it's cute, but it's just not. Let's tell me how many Sharpies can fit in here. Extra fine Sharpies. Sapphire has rose gold zipper. Oh, that would be pretty. This one has a rose gold zipper too. This is rose gold as well. See, this zipper is pretty. I would want this zipper on these things. We got how many Sharpies in here? We got, yeah, 8 extra fine Sharpies. So you'd put important pens in here, like your husband's grandfather's old business pens. Like, that would be cute. Yeah, like this is, but I have the planny packs and I think they're adorable, but I don't really use them. I think I'm the same way with this. Like, I can see people loving this. It's just not my thing, but it's not heinous. And it's $12. So that, yeah, okay. Moving on. This little thing. Let's move that thing over there because I just... All right. Okay. Yeah, maybe for Katie for high school. But Katie has a really big pencil pouch. Katie's an artist and brings like drawing pencils and pens around everywhere. So this is not adequate for Katie. Maybe that's part of why this is like so small to me. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. So moving to the Petite planners. This is actually where shit gets pretty awesome. Who remembers the live stream the last time they released these when I got super orgasmic over the foil? Yeah, I think $12 is a little too much for this thing. I love the aesthetic of it. It's not big enough for anything I would use it for, most likely. And I will probably give this to my niece, who would probably adore this. But yeah. Okay. If you remember the orgasmic foil, we have some time now to get orgasmic over some more foil. And these have the kaleidoscope pattern. So these are the daily planners for 2020 that I'll be passing on to my kid, since my kid is actually using them. Wait till I see the stickers. Oh boy. Because I looked at a couple of these up close, but I haven't looked at these guys up close. So let's take a look. Purple. Look how pretty. Ooh la la. Okay. Okay, so, and I love that, you guys know I like the kaleidoscope pattern. All right, daily planner. This is January through March. So they changed this. We'll come back to that. They changed this. It was never timed, right? There were the 3 lines, there was this, and then there was a notes section, and then there was the calendar, but it was up here. And now the calendar's here, and there's only one on one side. Why? I still don't understand the point of the fucking calendar. Like, I don't get it on the weekly. I know some people are excited it's back on the weekly spreads, and I'm like, why? Why is it there? Why do I need to I can just flip to the monthly calendar if I need to see what day of the month it is. Why do I need to have it on my weekly spread and my daily spreads? Like, I don't understand it. I know some people like it, but I'm not one of them. So, yeah, okay. How do I remember these things? I have a steel trap memory. I can't remember when to pay my fucking bills, but I can remember all sorts of random bullshit. Okay. The big hexagon, there's like, if somebody, like, it's the same as like the thankful thought box, right? Like, you could use this for something if you wanted to put, like, have this thing, like a thought or like your meal plan or something up there every day. If that's what you were interested in. You guys know, if you watch any of my videos, that I am a fan of more flexibility. And while this is more flexible than the calendar that used to be up here, it's still a little more decorative than I would use. I would love it if they did like a true neutral version of these. That would be fucking rad. But like, I do like that there's only one calendar instead of on both pages. I just wish it was gone, because it feels like even if you cover this up, you're losing like valuable note space. So, yeah. But it's an improvement over the last layout in my mind, even if the improvement is slim. And then we get to the weekend page. Now, I'm going to give you my kid's opinion on this now that my kid is using this. And I will tell you right now, because some of you have heard my rant about weekends on one page. Many of you have heard my rant, I'm sure. If you haven't heard my rant, I will rant at you now very quickly and say that not everybody has weekends off. When I worked at Trader Joe's, many times my weekends were Friday and Saturday, or they were Tuesday and Wednesday, or they were split, the fun split days off of Tuesday and like Tuesday and Thursday or something, right? So not everybody has weekends off. And even if you do have weekends off, often your weekends need as much space, if not more, than your weekdays. So weekends on one page annoy the shit out of me. I know some, like, I remember reading somewhere about the simplified planner that, like, she says that the reason they have put weekends on one page is because they want to encourage you to not overbook your weekends. But in what fucking reality do some of these people live where they can just, be one with the moment and make those special moments matter and blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, dude. On the weekends, I have chores to do. We have grocery shopping to do. Katie's got rehearsal. We have church shit going on. Like, all this shit going on. And sometimes this is just not big enough. Sorry, this really bothers me. So, and it's not, and let me also add the disclaimer I add every time I review a planner that has weekends on one page. This is not the fault of just this planner. This is not me being mad at Erin Condren or mad at the daily planners for having weekends on one page. This is me mad at every daily planner that has weekends on one page, or every weekly planner that gives half the space to weekends. Every time any planner maker does that, it annoys the shit out of me. Like the ever-loving shit out of me. I automatically am more judgy of a planner, regardless of who makes it, if this is the situation. Right? So anyway, on that note, Katie, and now Katie wants to be called Kat, so I have to remember to say that now because I'm terrible at remembering shit, and so I'm remembering. Kat was like, I have so much stuff going on the weekends, including homework and Saturday rehearsals and youth group stuff for church, and I've got a lot of things, and I can't make this work for the weekends. So Kat feels the same way, and Kat feels the same way. And I looked at them and I was like, you warmed my little heart right now, because this is one of my biggest pet peeves with most planners. I have looked at so many different planners. And the number of planners that pull this bullshit, it's like ridiculous. Anyway. It's like an empty hexagon, Pamela. Okay, so moving forward for my weekend rant. Here's the colors: pink, teal. What's March? Ooh, I saw the foil stickers in green. Oh. I have been wanting stickers, like functional stickers with the different foil colors, for so long. So long. Kat is using this one, Mari. Like, not this one, but like one of the daily planner, the whatever the fuck it is, August, September, October, or July, August, September, whichever one that is, the daily planner. Like, this is the one Kat is using, this style. And for the most part, this is excellent. Because according to my kid, the reason this is awesome is it doesn't add a lot of bulk to an already massively heavy backpack. Our kids only have PE lockers. They don't have lockers for their books or for their bags. They're hossing all their shit around with them all day. So this is perfect size for a high schooler with an already gigantic backpack. And because they have such small desks, and in like math, for example, Kat's math class is so full that, like, the honors math class is so full that Kat actually shares a desk with another student. So getting a bigger planner out to write homework down is just not feasible. But this little tiny planner is working perfect. So Kat is big fan of this. Aside from the weekends being on one day, this is the planner that Kat's using. So I'm going to be giving these to them, except probably not with the stickers, because these stickers are beautiful and I love them and I want to keep them forever. Yeah, no stickers. No stickers for Kat. No, they don't have lockers. It's because the lockers got I have never had a locker. I had a locker in high school. That's a lie. I didn't have lockers in middle school. The lockers got vandalized. As far as I know. Long time ago, not recently. Anyway, so yes, these purple stickers are mine. Kat can have the planner, but the stickers all are mine. All right, so there's that one. Now let's look at the next one, April through June. And this is what, like magenta? Yeah, sexual. So let's flip and look at these colors. We got peach, purple, and green. And oh, look at the, oh, it's magenta. Do they have to carry a textbook for each class? No, actually, we, our town moved over to devices, so all of the students, either all of the students in the middle school and the high schools either bring their own device or are given one to use for the year, a Chromebook. And a lot of the textbooks now are actually online textbooks, which is nice for that. Kat does have a couple of textbooks, but they stay either they have one class set at school, and then there's a set that they keep at home that they don't have to bring back and forth. So what the shit they have to bring around is all their binders and their Chromebook and their lunch and their musical instrument and everything like that. You imagine me calling those stickers my precious? Yeah. Okay, here. Oh. See, this color makes me so happy. This like tealy color. I would like seriously want to like wear clothing made out of this. The Chromebook's fine. My kids both have their own because we had gotten them like when they were in middle school and they've lasted this long. So we've had to replace the chargers multiple times because my kids can't fucking keep track of their chargers for shit. So then we have orange, green, and blue. And look at these on like these like cool toned colors. Look at that. Ooh la 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 la. There is an undated one, I'm pretty sure, Keisha. I'm pretty sure there's an undated one. It's not one of these hollow, like these kaleidoscope looking ones, but there is an undated one. I am 90% certain. Kat doesn't really use the stickers though. They just write shit down. They are way less like into this shit than I am. And then this one's yellow, not gold. It's like yellow. Yellow foil. It's pretty. This is not as orgasmic for me though. Sorry, Jody, but these kinds of colors just don't do it for me. Blue, purple, and yellow. Or maybe it is gold, but I feel like it's more yellowy than the standard gold. But those are cute. Kat can have these stickers. It doesn't have the monthly part. Ah. All right, so these are the yearly planners. These are all really pretty. All right, now, before we move into the two that I love the most in the whole world, we've got these two, which are the budget book and the wellness log. And these are the same as the ones they've had previous. We'll look at the inside of them, but these are the same ones. They just have different covers. I don't think they updated the insides of these. I think it's just new covers. And so the budget one is, it gives you, and we tried using this one, but it's just not, I think we're going to go with the budget by paycheck worksheets and then have Jesse make a spreadsheet out of some of it. Thanks to Madi. I don't know if you're still in the chat, Madi, but you've got me on like a roll of checking all this shit out. Savings trackers per month, month at a glance, income, all the things here, all the spending and savings and whatever. A spending summary, and they give you 2 pages of that, and that's your whole month. And then you have 12 months worth of this. And then at the back, you have debt trackers. So you have 4, 8 debt trackers, and then you have a bunch of these stickers. So that's the budget planner. I've looked at this before. Everybody has their own needs when it comes to budget planning. This one didn't really suit ours, but I can see this working for some people, just not for me. Oh, good, you're here, Madi. Yeah, no, and Jesse's been pretty good at how we budget, but we want to just be better at savings. Like, we're really lackadaisical with savings. We're at the point we have a little bit of credit, like very, very little credit card debt that we put on recently because we had to make a couple big purchases without saving some time for them. But other than that one credit card with like a couple grand on it, that's all we have for debt besides our house. So for that, we're doing okay. It's just the putting money aside for savings. That's the thing that we tend to suck ass at. Yeah, you're supposed to use your paycheck to budget like every time a paycheck comes in, as opposed to budgeting for the month or whatever. It's the budget mom. So this is the wellness log, and it's got rose gold. And this, you guys, this cover, who sitting in the comments right now knows exactly how much, maybe not necessarily the quote, but the rose gold and these watercolor flowers, how much this speaks to like my soul. This is like designed for me to love this. Like designed for me to love this. This is exactly my favorite kinds of things right here. This would only be prettier if it was the teal foil instead of the rose gold, even though if you can't tell, like I'm a fucking hoe for rose gold. I've got it everywhere on my desk, but this is beautiful. And then this is the wellness log. It gives you wellness goals, starting spot for measurements, meal tracking and activity tracking. And you have a bunch of weeks of this, of activity and meal tracking. Plus you have monthly progress to check your measurements and your wellness goals. And then there's a bunch of rose gold stickers in the back and some blank note pages in the back. And how many months is this? This is 6 stylish months of goal setting with weekly spreads. Stylish months. So it's a 6-month wellness log. So that's pretty. And again, from what I understand, it's the same wellness log that they had before. It's just a new cover. Now, the two that I am so excited about. And I'm going to tell you right now, I've already looked at these. I've already looked inside it. Well, I didn't look in the breast cancer one, but I looked inside of this one. You bet your ass I looked inside of this one. And I already have feedback for Erin Condren. And I sent my feedback to them already. I sent it directly to Sam Kerr. I told her my exact feedback on these because I think these are both fantastic and I want more. So I'm going to tell you right up front, these are journals. This is a journal that's a collaboration for breast cancer. Like it's with the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, I think is what it is. So it's not Susan G. Komen, which is a good thing. They did not get themselves into a Dr. Seuss situation this time. That's a good breast cancer research. That's a good charitable organization to be part of. And this is one. And Sam Kerr, who's Erin Condren, who like interacts with some of us influencery type people. If you didn't know, she actually is a breast cancer survivor. And so she very specifically worked with them to create this breast cancer journal. And then this is a medical treatment log. And I'm going to show you it in a second. But I'm going to tell you right now, this medical treatment log is ideal for somebody who just got diagnosed. And so the feedback that I sent to Sam was that I would love to see something just like this, but designed for people who did not just get diagnosed. People like me. I got diagnosed almost 20 years ago. I don't need the diagnosis shit that's at the beginning that will look like. It's great for somebody who just got diagnosed and want to help them with some of their questions. But there are other things that could be included, like generic tracking forms in here for things like blood pressure. Like they may not be for blood pressure, but could be generic tracking grids for things that you need to track. Something like this for chronic illness folks who are already deep into their diagnosis and just need something that they can continually fill up and bring to their doctor. This would work for that as well, but there's some things in here that are specifically for newly diagnosed patients, and I think that something like a companion to this for people who are already past that point would be fantastic. And the second one that I suggested was one for diabetics. Because much like cancer that has its own specific things that are going on, diabetics also have very specific things that they're tracking, very specific things that especially people who just got diagnosed. I have gotten so many requests from people to ask me how we track Jesse's things. For those of you who don't know, my husband is a type 1 diabetic, and he was diagnosed when he was 13. And he has an insulin pump and all that. We actually don't use this to track it. He just got a new insulin. He's getting a new insulin pump that does it all via an app. And he loves that shit. So he doesn't write things down. But I have had people ask me whether they just got diagnosed with diabetes or their kids got diagnosed with diabetes. And I haven't been able to point them towards a specific planner for people with diabetes. But if they did one of these specifically for diabetics, I think it could fill a major gap in like tracking and shit for people who get overwhelmed with their disease. So, sorry, really passionate. I'm more passionate about this than I am about weekends on one day. You know? And Maud, that actually would be amazing too for somebody like ones that are geared towards people who are tracking things that have to do with mental illness rather than than physical illness. That's actually, like, there is so much they could do with this. That would be fantastic. And now to stop me from bragging or talking about these, let's look at them so you can understand why the thought of these things is so great and why I want them. Like this, you know, instead of making things like this or like things like this, if they could go down the route of providing like specialized little planners like this for people with certain diseases or certain ailments or certain things that they're dealing with, this is a gap in the market that could be so filled by these things. Like this right here is like money for them on the fucking table. Like, holy shit. You know what I mean? So I sent like a very excited email to Sam about this and was like, pass it on. Like, you know, anyway. So let's look at, this is the breast cancer one. And like you've got this encouragement, you are brave, strong, and you can like, so I like the encouragement. Like this is, so my support circle gives you a lot of places to list people that can be helpful for you while you're going through treatment. It's from all my walking, dude. That's how I got tan. I actually got out in the sun. And then I don't even know what some of this is. Like I've had family members who go through cancer. My aunt died from breast cancer, but I didn't actually go through any of this with them. Like I wasn't old enough to really know what was going on. So I'm not sure about all of this, but it let me know if you've had cancer or breast cancer and you understand like this. So drain tracker, radiation schedule, chemo schedule, and then today's feelings, daily gratitude, today's focus, medication tracker, water, meals, weight, notes and reflections. And then there's a bunch of these. I wonder. And then at the end of each week, it looks like there's a how this week went, how my body feels, something that brought me joy this week, and what's in my heart. And it gives you a place to like reflect while this is all going on. There's a bunch of extra note pages in the back. So it looks like this whole thing is like weekly kind of reflections. And then there's some really gorgeous stickers in the back. These are beautiful. That's a good point, Emily. If this could be, yeah, non-binary or trans people, like a trans man could get breast cancer. If you have feedback to send, Joanna, send it to the send it either through the through the Facebook or through the website, and hope like say like I got some feedback on these things, blah blah blah. Not like, you know, this is not a customer quality thing. This is specifically a feedback, I'm assuming. So this is the cis men get breast cancer. You're right, I do remember reading about that. So that is something to think about. And so this one is the medical treatment log. And this is the one that like I both love and would love to see some different versions of. So I am more than my diagnosis. So it gives you spots up in the front here for your diagnosis, the date, the doctors, all information about it, tests needed. And then here's treatment options, date, doctor, different information about different possible treatments. You have a couple pages of that. Treatment plan, your chosen doctor, your treatment plans, next steps, and important dates. You have a couple of those. You have some blank note pages, pre-surgery checklist, surgery recap, your medical team, actions taken, next steps, and recommended recovery time. And you see all of these things might not necessarily apply to somebody with a chronic illness, or some of them might, but for some of us, those things aren't necessarily something that always is up in the like the forefront, you know? And then medical information, date of birth, blood type, medical conditions, allergies, and so this is a bunch of like important information, names for your medical team, and you get a bunch of spaces for that, And this is excellent here, especially for people who are newly diagnosed. Questions for doctors, and then a room for your answer. People do not always feel like they can ask questions. There are a lot of people who are afraid to ask their doctors questions, and this gives you a spot to like remind you to ask questions of your doctor, and you get a couple pages of that. Medication log, medical results, expense insurance log, and there's a couple pages of those. Support log, people who send you gifts, did you send them a thank you note if that's something you're even feeling up to? Got a couple pages of that. And then you go into your appointment logs. And this, like, I would take a book just full of appointment logs. Date, doctor, reason for appointment, appointment notes, questions, next steps, and things to celebrate. Like, I would take an entire book of appointment logs, you know? And then there's stickers in the back here, including a lot of pill stickers, which would be really nice. So, for me, and like, again, like I'm thinking of all sorts of things that could have more specific ones. Like I'm thinking about one of these that would be specifically for transplant patients, like whether it's other kidneys or other kinds of transplants, the number of medications you have to take after a transplant and the things you have to keep an eye on and the number of appointments that you have after you get a transplant are like outrageous, you know? Yeah, there's stickers with pills on them. Check it out. Little tiny guys. Can you see those? I don't know how well it shows, but there's 3 rows of all the colors of pill stickers. Exactly, Maud. Like, you know, these things are just outstanding. Like, this is a great idea. And I could see this, like I could hand this to somebody who just got diagnosed and with whatever. And it's not specific, but it's a starting point for somebody who's probably feeling really overwhelmed and having like a spot that kind of has some like jumping off points for things to ask your doctor or like knowing that you should ask your doctor questions or knowing that you should be keeping track of who all of your people are or that you have this that you can hand to your friend or your caregiver when you're in surgery or when you're having trouble taking care of yourself and having that information in one spot. It's just really awesome. Right? There are so many things that could happen with these. Like if this like I just want to like grab them and be like, oh my God, you found something. You found something that like you could really do well. You just need to find people like if like Sam was able to help them with things that are specific to breast cancer, talk to somebody else who has diabetes or talk to somebody else who has like dementia, who's a caregiver for someone with dementia. You know what I mean? Like talk to people with some different things to help create some more, like it may not be the most mass produced thing that you can produce, but at the same time, A, it'll be something that people will really want. B, it'll serve a need. And C, it'll also open up so many opportunities to work with other charitable foundations for other opportunities for research. You know, if they worked with breast cancer, what's to stop them from working with the fucking PKD Foundation by doing a journal for people with chronic kidney disease? There are so many goddamn people with chronic kidney disease, and there's a lot of stuff to keep an eye on, you know? Not just PKD, but other chronic kidney diseases as well, you know? Right, Danielle? Like, how much would one of these have been awesome for you when you were doing dialysis? Or people with polycystic ovarian syndrome, or people, I don't know, I mostly know about kidney disease because that's what I have, and diabetes because that's what Jesse has. So those are the 2 that I know the most about. So, like, my cousin has Crohn's. I don't even know what you would track with Crohn's, but I imagine it's a lot. I know it's a lot of doctors because my cousin's had to deal with a lot of surgeries and a lot of doctors since being diagnosed with Crohn's, you know? This could be so awesome. And so like, I'm going to annoy the shit out of them with, I'll be like, so I went live and everybody and their mother agrees with me. Like, like I can totally make this work. Like just the appointment logs alone and the medication logs and things like that. Like there's a lot of stuff in here I could use, but I would absolutely love, like, honestly, what would be fantastic is some like tracker pages that are like just for a generic chronic illness one, tracker pages that aren't labeled, that you could make your own tracker, whether you're diabetic and you're tracking your A1C or your blood sugar, or you're tracking your blood pressure, or you're tracking your moods, or you're tracking something, like giving some tracker pages that are something you can fill in, you know, kind of like the ones in here for like drain tracker, like this, except instead of labeling it, having pages with, you know, unlabeled trackers to make them your own, you know? Right? Like just start thinking about this for a second. Think about the possibilities for having like, you know, especially now that people, you know, I heard that at least in the US, because of the Affordable Care Act and more people getting insured, and more people going to the doctor, more people are actually finding out why they've been feeling crappy or why something has been going on with them, which is scary in case the protections for people with pre-existing conditions ever get taken away, because now a whole bunch of us know. I mean, I knew already, but like a lot of people now know they have pre-existing conditions. That's a whole different rabbit hole to go down. But the point being is that people are trying to get their various situations under control, and it's really overwhelming and scary. I can speak from the experience of somebody who got diagnosed almost 20 years ago, somebody whose sister, whose grandmother both have transplants now. My dad died from it, but I watched both my sister and my grandma go through this. I have people that I can lean on, people in my family that have gone through this, and it's still overwhelming for me. So I can only imagine how tough it is for people who don't have like a family disease and can't lean on their family members or someone close to them for advice and for things to help them when they get a diagnosis or when they start dealing with trying to track all of the 11,000 things that you should be tracking so that your doctor can see trends, because your doctor can't be there all the time. A habit tracker book would be generic and helpful. Yeah. Anyway. I'm going to send the video to Sam, and I'm going to point out that the last chunk of it, when I was talking about the medical journal, there was a lot talking about the medical journal. There was a lot in the live chat recording about these journals and about potential ideas for them and how this could be a really fantastic thing. I mean, I don't know if it's also because like I tend to attract people to my channel who are dealing with chronic illness. Like when you talk about having a chronic illness, often other people are like, oh, fuck, can I commiserate with you? And that's totally fine. That's part of the reason I do it. But yeah, Pamela, yeah. People, that's why my dad died. I know I'm not like, I think I'm, I'll be real with you guys. I'm going to be real with you right now. Like, let's be, you want to be real? I'm going to end this on kind of a somber note, but this is me being completely real with you. My dad died in 2001 from polycystic kidney disease. He had an aneurysm that was caused by his blood pressure being out of control, which is something that happens when you have kidney disease. And he did not take care of himself. He likely should have been on dialysis at the point that he died anyway. But he didn't have health insurance, so he never went to the doctor because he couldn't afford to. And he died from a stroke because of that. My sister and I both got diagnosed right after he died. And we have both been going to the doctor and taking care of ourselves since we got diagnosed. But when I talk about healthcare and accessibility to healthcare and the cost of healthcare and the importance of checkups and the importance of regular preventative care on top of, if you find out you have something, trying to take care of it and being able to afford to take care of it. All of those things are very much something that I am extremely passionate about, because I've seen what happens when it's not something that we lost somebody because he couldn't afford it. So, yeah. Anyway, on that so happy note, I'm going to get going, you guys, because I am sweating my balls off and Jesse's going to be home shortly. I have a couple more videos coming out this week, and there will be a live plan with me on Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Pacific time. 2:30 p.m. Pacific time this coming up Sunday. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, although somebody suggested that I do the thing where I just don't straighten any stickers that go down crooked, but I don't know. We'll see. I have to do something that won't completely destroy my planner because I need to use it next week. I will be passing this video on to Sam at Erin Condren and pointing out the comments at the end of it so that they can really get an idea of how much it could be really beneficial to have some other planners that are geared towards either specific illnesses or at the very least chronic illness and mental illness. So anyway, you guys, have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you so much for coming. Like Mary says, don't forget to leave a like on the video because a couple people already disliked it. Maybe they don't like my accordion playing. And I'll see you guys next time. Asta.